right. Hello, Vonzanites. Hello. Welcome. It's your favorite doctor, honey, Dr. Faith Abraham. And I am here to, what am I here for? Of course, I'm here to help you grow your business. I'm here to help you grow your business. I'm going to teach you about some fun things today. If you're watching this on the replay, just know that my mind went blank for a second, but we're back. We are back. Okay. But listen, I just want to I want to share this really quick. Let's see if, okay, here we go. Um, it's it's really weird. It treats me like I don't have a page. It's interesting. Okay. Well, I won't make you guys wait for that. Did I do it? Maybe not. Don't know. Either way, it's your favorite Dr. Honey, Dr. Faith Abraham, your favorite Vonza ambassador as well. And today is Thursday. This is our time for us to build our business and make things happen for ourselves. So today, what I'm going to be teaching on is upsells, pricing, mindset. Oh my. And here's the deal. I already know that some of you may be reluctant to watch this video, and that's okay because it's not a sexy name. However, everything that is sexy in business is not necessarily the thing, okay? You got to get and do the unsexy things in business so that you can have the sexy results. So I like to shoot it straight personally. It makes it easier. So when you come back and you say, oh, you said this and that, I actually did say that. Because if I lie, then I have to remember the lie. And then that's like a big problem because I'm not going to remember. But if I tell you the truth and I tell you straight up, then I already know. Yeah, definitely. That's what I said. So there we go. So if you were here on Tuesday we talked about how to 10x the revenue of your online course, and that is through upsells. I'm going to scoot back just a little bit so I can do my little diagram here, and I'm going to show you exactly what I said and did last week. So here's a quick recap, and then we're going to move on. So I said, I said you have your course, and you can sell your course straight up, right? Just your course. Or one of the best things that you can do to build customer retention, build customer loyalty, and also increase your revenue is to add an upsell to your course. Now, one of the things that happened is when I said this, I got DMs like, okay, Dr. Faith, that's cool for the upsell, okay, but what if they don't want the upsell? What if what's the pricing? How should I price the upsell? What's the best price for the upsell? Then I got questions like if I'm barely selling the course, how am I going to be able to sell the upsell? Y'all, hear me. This is why we have to, excuse me, let me just put my stuff on Do Not Disturb, okay? This is why we have to talk about mindset. This is why we have to talk about the not sexy stuff. Because what a lot of you are doing, all those questions are telling me is that you don't have the right mindset. You have the understanding of what needs to be done, but you don't have the right mindset. And if you don't have the right mindset in business is tough and it will kick you to the curb. It will crush all of your dreams, your hopes, and your goals. And you will be like, I just am not an entrepreneur. And when that's not necessarily true, it's just that you don't have the right mindset. Your whole life, you have been taught to be a worker. Your whole life, you have been taught to just take whatever it is they give you and be happy and figure it out. Your whole life, your training has been to be, just getting the commands and then following through, executing on that. And now you're transitioning from doing the work to now creating the work, facilitating the work, facilitating the workflows, facilitating the funnels, facilitating the good money-making decisions. And it's just a different place. You've never been there before, right? And so if you just get into this thing and you're like, okay, I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, what do I do here? 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 That just tells me that you don't have the adequate mindset yet. But thank God you're here. I'm going to give you the mindset so that you can really win and you can do this entrepreneurial thing for real, and really level up in it, okay? So on Tuesday, right, I said you have your course. You can just sell your course as it is. But if you're going to 10x your revenue, you're going to add an upsell. This can make the difference between you having a 5-figure business and having a 6-figure business, a 7-figure business. And I'm not joking. I don't even try and call my bluff. I'm serious. Okay. This upsell right here. So then your thought is, okay, well, how do I need to price it so that it can level me up like that? No, that's not the thought process. Your thought process and your mindset with this is going to be, what can I give to my people that is going to be a bridge from the course to the upsell and make it even better opportunity, right? Even better solution as a dual, right? Now, here's the mindset that I want you to adopt. Y'all ready for me? This is the mindset. The mindset is, whenever a solution appears for a problem, 10 more opportunities come out of that. You need to write that down. You need to write that down. Whenever there is a solution for a problem, 10 more opportunities. If the solution is really good, 10 more opportunities are going to come out of that. What do I mean? Okay, so let's take it back. We said, you know what? Horses don't get us to where we want to go in enough time. Them jokers are slow. They poop everywhere. Sometimes you got to feed them, and it's just a hassle. So we're going to build a car, and the car is going to help people go from point A to Z, and they're going to get there in an exponentially faster amount of time than if they were riding a horse. Great. Love it. Guess what? In order to build a car, now you have to produce the rubber industry for wheels. Now you have to produce whatever back then cars were made out of, whatever that product is, right? You got to create that. Then you have to make sure you have some workers so that you can have a good assembly line and get those cars out in a fast enough time period. Oh, don't forget, you need to have paved roads. These little dirt roads out here are not going to cut it. The horses were fine with that, but the cars aren't going to be good on that. So now we have to have paved the roads. Now with the paved roads, you got to have workers to pave the road. Now you got to have concrete. Then you have to have asphalt. Then you have to have, you see what I'm saying? Every solution, every problem, right, that somebody has, you create the solution. Your course is the solution. The upsell is the opportunity. It's the opportunity for more. It's the opportunity to build. That's why we got the bridge here. I showed y'all my little bridge last time. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Is the bridge, right? And once you build a bridge, now because you've put all these things in place, now you're talking about even better for them, and it generates even more revenue for you. Okay, I want to make sure y'all are following me because I get really excited and I'll start going fast. Okay, now understand this. Let's address the mindset thing, because a lot of people are like, well, I'm barely even selling my course. How am I going to get them to get the upsell if I'm barely selling my course? That's not the right mindset. That's not the right mindset. What you want to do, instead of saying, well, I'm barely selling my course, well, let's y'all gonna make me turn this thing into something I ain't planning on it being, but that's okay. Let's go. If you say, well, I'm barely selling my course, why would they buy the upsell? Well, first of all, let's go back a little bit. Why are you talking about your business like that? Why is that your vocabulary, your vernacular over your business? One of the things that you want to stop doing is talking about explicitly what you see. If you're not making the sales, one of the things you want to start saying is, how can I get more people to get my course, which will then allow them to see my upsell, which will then produce the revenue I want. Did you hear the question? How can I, right? Because if you say, well, how come, then you've already created the solution within yourself. But when you say how can, now your mind opens up, your spirit opens up to solutions and to understanding and to revelation that you didn't have before. Come on, somebody. I'll preach this thing if you want me to. Let's go. Okay? How can I get my course in front of more people? How can I solve this solution for more people? How can I get more eyes on my course, on my website, on my social, on my whatever it is that you got going on, right? Because it's not necessarily, because a lot of times what y'all do is y'all sit there, y'all will create a course, you put a lot of effort and energy into it, you created the course and you created it with data, with statistics that you were received and given to you by your ideal client. And then when you create the course, your thinking talks the people away from you and away from what you have to offer. And then you have a self-fulfilling prophecy and you never get to where you're supposed to go. And your course never sells the way it's supposed to sell because you already said and determined that nobody sees your course and nobody buys your course. So of course they don't buy your course. Of course, right? So you now you have a self-fulfilling prophecy that's happening. But what you have to do is you now have to ask yourself, how you have a course, it's good, it works, it gets results, it helps people. So now here's the deal. You got to say, how can I get more people to get my course, right? So then from there, you give them the opportunity to add the upsell. Let them make that decision. You stop making decisions for people. You stop making decisions for your customers and let them decide. They're smart. They have working brains, right? I'd rather go to Sephora, and when I pick up a makeup kit or literally, let me tell y'all. So I went to Sephora the other day. Don't tell my husband. I went to Sephora the other day and I was like, listen, I want to get a concealer that's going to give me like a pop, right underneath the eye and really have my face like stand out, right? Now it's summertime and I need to change my foundation. Men, just hang in there with me. I'm going somewhere. I know y'all like, ugh, but you need to listen to this conversation anyway so you can help your daughters and your wives. Stop playing. Okay, so I go into Sephora. I'm looking for the concealer so I can use it to make my stuff pop. I get the concealer. Guess what the salesperson asks me? Do you need some blush to complement the concealer? He just upsold me. Do you see it? He just upsold me. And it wasn't like he was pressuring me. It wasn't like he was forcing the blush down my throat. It wasn't like it was a odd thing for him to ask. It was literally just, you came here for this. Here's another thing that may complement what you came for. Wow. Guess what I said? Thank you. Why do you think this would compliment me? Well, because, and because is your copy, right? Because when you're doing, you have yellow undertones and then you want to pop and then blah, 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 right? Guess what? I went in for concealer. I walked out with concealer and blush because someone had the mindset of helping me and saying, hey, you came here for this, right? They came there for your course just to help you out in your discovery, in your venture. Here's an upsell for you. You want it or not? That's all you're doing, guys. I think we're making this thing harder than it needs to be. I think we're making it harder than it needs to be. It's not that hard. You're just asking a question. It's just like when you go out to eat and they ask you, hey, you got water, but we have a lemonade here that would really pop. Not even a lemonade. We have a wine that would really pop with your veal, with your chicken, whatever you order. And you're like, oh, yeah, it'll enhance the pheromones and this and that. You'll really get a kick out of it. It'll be really nice. Chef's kiss. And you say, oh, okay, let me have it. It's the same thing. Or you say, no, that's okay. I'm good with my water. As a matter of fact, can you bring me a mango lemonade instead? Okay, sure. It's the same thing, guys. Your mindset is key. And I think what's really hindering you is you're over analyzing it. And what you're doing is you're placing on yourself restrictions because it's you. But if it was anybody else, you wouldn't do that. Give yourself the chance to win. Give yourself the chance to succeed. Okay? Stop cutting off the blessings, the opportunities that you've already created. You already did step one. Just add something else. Just add it. If they don't want it, they'll say no in the checkout. They know how to click. They've been shopping online long enough. They know how to click. It's not that bad. They'll click off, no, I don't want it. Then they'll say, well, what is it? And then because you have some good copy and you wrote, well, because you purchased this course, this upsell is going to help you do this and that and the other, right? The whole car analogy I gave you guys. Because you solved this problem. So let's say you have a course. I know we have some people here who are building their businesses. And one of the things you want to learn how to do is you want to learn how to work Canva. Okay, cool. So if your course is a Canva course, now you offer the upsell. You say, now that you know how to create your graphics through Canva, here's a offer for you so that you can create captivating copy that will have people smashing the like button on your content, on your stuff, right? It makes sense. Because I have the graphics. Great. I created the graphics. Now I need to have some bomb copy. Cool. You're going to help me and give me a template. That's the upsell. And now they're going to buy it because I solved one problem. Now, oh, this is going to be an impending problem. I'm going to have to figure out copy. Well, I don't have to figure it out. I just buy this upsell and the upsell will give me the copy. Click. Done. Boom. You see it? Guys, this is the stuff. This is the stuff that's really going to help you. It's really about mindset, okay? I don't know where my pen went. Okay. It's really about mindset. If you have the right mindset towards your business, towards the things that you are creating, it's literally it'll be a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's going to happen. You're going to see it. It's going to make itself manifest in your life, in your business. Having the right mindset. You put together a great course. Now the question is, how can I get more people to see this course? And once they see the course and they realize, wow, this course is the answer to my questions. This is going to give me the clarity I need. And then you say, well, great. Now I have something else for you that's really going to up the ante and take you to a whole nother level. Guess what people are going to say? Yes, give it to me. And because you have a mindset that I'm going to show up in the fullness of my capacity, I'm going to not hold back. I'm not scared of a no. A no is simply an opportunity for somebody else to say yes. You have that right mindset. You're going forth as looking to create solutions for people, no matter what the pricing is. As I do this, it's going to work for me. You have that mindset and you create based on that mindset, it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's going to happen. It's going to come to pass. That's just what it is. Okay? So please, I know those questions that were sent to me were sent out of a good place. I never negate that. However, what I want you to understand is that mindset is not a mindset that's conducive to where you're trying to go and what you're trying to achieve. You want to adopt a mindset that's going to help you move the needle, get people to you so you can solve their problems. And as you solve their problems, they're going to give you cash. All right? So let's let's take on whatever that pricing looks like. I know y'all thought I was going to come on here and say, oh, put it at this price, put it at that price. It doesn't matter. You can put it at $19. It's $19 more than you had before. If you're offering one-on-one session with the course that you have, of course, you need to price it a little higher. But it's still going to work, guys. It's still going to work, all right? So that's what I have for you today. Upsells, pricing, and mindset. Oh my. And that's really going to help you guys. If you need to, just watch this video over again so that you really get the concept, and you can really have a course that produces infinitely for you. Okay. Of course, I'm going to be back on Tuesday, 11 a.m. EST, and I'll go live, so make sure you tune in. And then, of course, next week, Thursday, 11 a.m. EST as well. And if you're catching this on the replay, just put in the chat, hey, on the replay. Love to see you, and glad that you're here to get this knowledge and information. So with that being said, I love you. I'll see you soon, and shift in that mindset, because mindset is everything when it comes to online business. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Bye.